Introduction. Lovelies. Babylon want me down. Selassie, the no rich. Ow.
Hi lovely people, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for tuning in and I hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and like, comment and share. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the clan. Woo woo. I hope that you like my content. So I haven't done a Love Island update for a minute now, and two reasons. Number one, because I've been finding the last few episodes a little bit like it hasn't been like so great. I know a lot has happened. Obviously we've had the recoupling, we've had the dumping, we've had, oh gosh, the arguments, we've had all sort of things, but I still kind of felt like it's just been a little bit like it's all right. Like I haven't had that like, you know, those moments like when you're watching it or you're like fully grinning like all the time. Like I haven't had that spark. It is getting a little bit more interesting, and obviously Danny has left. I'm glad about that, so I feel a little bit more at ease. Like I feel like I can enjoy the show now, because I was fully wondering like, why is it still in there? Like what is it still doing in there? I'm gonna break down my thoughts so far. Stay tuned, get relaxed, get comfy. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get into the video. I could not tell you for the life of me what episode is what now. I don't even know where to go from. Like so much has happened. Okay, first of all, let's talk about the latest. Danny has left, thank goodness for that. Like what was he doing on there all this time? Like, I'm not being funny, but he literally just like faded in the background, and it's a bit like Yewande was the one that was giving him airtime. Nobody cared, nobody knew who he was, like nobody was interested. I don't know for the life of me why Jordan went with him. There was something a little bit funny about her anyway from the first place. Like, she was a beautiful girl, don't get me wrong, and another black girl that's been a little bit more successful, because obviously more than one guy actually liked her. But at the same time, there was something that was a little bit weird about her. Like I just found her whole attitude, like maybe she came in there obviously knowing different housemates, knowing what happened in the house. Like why did she even go for Danny in the first place? I don't know. Maybe she kind of had like a different game. Like maybe she thought that she'll be the one to make a difference or turn things around. Like, I don't even know why she went for Danny. But anyway, she trapped herself because she gone. When the whole like Barcelona is in Italy business, like geography is not my strongest point, but baby, Barcelona is in Italy. Where? When did this happen? Like come on. The funny thing is, like, she sounded so confident. Like she said it with her full chest. Like she sounded so confident, like as if she knew it. Like it was beyond me. It was beyond me. I'm glad they left, because I don't feel like they brought much to the villa. Like maybe we didn't see it, maybe they didn't air it. Anna, let's talk about Anna, because Anna, she was a favorite of mine, and I kind of feel like she's like dipped a bit, and I feel like she's even dipped a bit more because I watched her sister do an interview. It was funny because her sister was saying how Love Island contacted her, and they don't normally like contact people, they don't normally reach out to people, but they reached out to her, and they were supposed to both be on the show, and they was talking about how they compare her to like the Kardashians and things like that. And I was like, well, first of all, they do reach out to people on Instagram, and second of all, like I like Anna, like don't get me wrong, but I didn't like the fact, I don't like the way what she done to Ovi. Like that was like a no. I completely understand that she's got the right to go for whoever she feels more connected to, but the way that she was like talking and the way she was proper like, oh, he's so immature, it's just like, no baby, he's not immature, he's just not chasing after you, which is what you used to maybe, and which is probably what you wanted. So when you met somebody who was a little bit more of your match, meaning that you don't chase boys, boys chase you, he don't chase girls, like, do you know what I mean? Like a serious thing. Like, if you're on it, I'm on it. If you're not on it, let's leave it. Whereas Jordan, he's like a little puppy dog to you, so you're just like, oh yeah, like I like somebody who will chase after me and make it known that they want me, which is what her sister was kind of explaining. So she's the kind of person that even if she jumps ship with another boy, if you really like her, you'll fight for her. And that's what kind of made her go back to Jordan. And yeah, I didn't like the way that she was trying to make it as if Ovi was immature when he wasn't immature. He just saying, listen, I'm not here to play games, I'm not here to compete with anybody. And if that's the case, then I did like the way she approached him though, and she didn't ask him, but the way she was like, listen, I'm gonna be outside with Jordan, like I hope that's okay. I rated her for that. Apart from that, the way she was going about it, I kind of didn't really appreciate. Oh, I really hope that they give Ovi a lot more airtime. I know a lot of people want Ovi and Amber to come together, but I personally don't. I feel like it would just be, it will be good TV, but it will be fake TV, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like because the producers, they're obviously listening to what the public are kind of injecting, you know, through their social media, through Twitter and Instagram, and they're kind of listening to what the public are saying. If it did happen, I feel like it would just be scripted and it would just be fake, because Amber, she's not that kind of person, nor is Anna. So it would be out of their character, personally, from what I have seen, for them to do that. I do feel like there could be a clash with Amber and Anna, just because if Anna continued to be the way that she was being, especially with Ovi, I feel like it would have gone under Amber's skin. And obviously both of them are strong characters and they're not afraid to say how they feel, and it might be a clash of and you see the friendship kind of like break apart. So that would be interesting. If that doesn't happen, it will be like, wow, okay, you guys are cool. If it does happen, it was kind of expected to happen. Curtis and Maura, why is Curtis feeling himself? Somebody please tell me. Curtis, yeah, first of all, he fully thought Jordan was liking him, when I never seen a scene episode where she inclined, like where she even gave like anything like to say I like you like that. But Curtis was fully going for it. And again, he's doing the same thing. Like, see, when Maura was talking to him and she was like, you surprised? He was like, no, well, like, and this little things he's putting in there, it's like, babe, like, you're really not, you're not a spice, like, you're just not a spice, like, just relax, like, calm down. I did respect the fact that he was like, there'll be nothing going on in front of Amy. I do appreciate that. And it's a weird one. I mean, I felt like he was playing a game from the beginning. I felt like from when the Twitter came and when he realized that him and Amy weren't that popular, he kind of had to be like, okay, there's no point of me carrying on with this because it's not going to make me win the game. Would him and Maura work? Not really. I just don't feel like there's any chemistry there at all. Like, even when they're talking, like, there's just nothing there. Like, there's nothing underneath it. I tried to lift up the rock, I tried to see what's underneath there, nothing. I've seen nothing. Like, I feel like they might try, or like she might try, but I feel like Curtis is a bit like, I don't really know if he knows what he wants. I feel like he's not so I feel like he just wants to win the game. Like, he just wants to win the game. Like, I just feel like that's just how it is. So yeah, I can't see that happening. The Boxer Fury, Tommy and Molly May, they are the winners at the moment. And yeah, there's nothing, I like seeing them, I'm not gonna lie. I am not gonna lie, they do make me feel like, oh, like, I wonder what he's gonna do next. I wonder what he's gonna say next. Like, even if it's fake love, we're loving the fake love, boo. We are loving the fake love. I do like seeing them together. I feel like Molly May needs a lot of affirmation. Maybe that's her love language. Like, she's very, like, she likes to hear the things. Like, when they were sitting down talking about, oh, we never said I love you or I love you, and it's like none of them really wanted to like say it. And I feel like she just wants to hear all of these things. Like, she and maybe that's how he's trained her, because he's always given her so much affirmation, so she's used to that. But she loves that. and it was a bit weird because it was a bit like, well, just don't force it, do you know what I mean? Like, if you don't want to say it, like, just don't force it, and you guys can say it like to each other, like, do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to do it in this special scene that's been created for you guys, like this love scene. I feel like they're at a good place, but I just don't want them to overdo it, do you get what I mean? Like, just don't overplay for the camera because it can come across fake. But I love it though. I love the love, like, it's so cute or whatever. Lucy needs to go now, like, she really does. She needs to go. Like, why is she crying all the time? I do not know. And the fact that she cried when Tommy made Molly May his girlfriend, it was a bit weird because it was a bit like, so do you actually like him like that? Like, I don't think you know what you like, baby. Like, she was fully crying and I was just like, yeah, that's really odd, because I just can't take her seriously. She's like a little mermaid to me. She's just like, she just needs to go back to the sea. Like, she just needs to just go back to the sea, baby. Joanna, Joanna, Joanna. I don't get that excited when I look at Joanna. I just feel like, you see when she was talking to Michael, yeah, and then she was like, and Michael was like,
I don't even talk to the girl. I don't even talk to the girl. Like, I just go past her and I'm just like, hey.
And then she was like, well, don't. Joanna, she reminds me of this girl that I used to work with. We just clashed. Like, she's got one of those faces that she's probably a nice person if you sit down and talk to her, but she does not have an approachable face. She does not have like smooth features. She's very like stern and strong, and I don't know, like, she's just one of those. She just reminds me of this person. I just don't see the chemistry with her and Michael. Like, is it just me? Like, is it just me, guys? But I do not see the chemistry with her and Michael whatsoever. I feel like Amber brings out the more fun side of Michael, even though he's saying that he lost himself, you know, he was just biting his tongue a lot. But I feel like Amber brings out the fun side of him. You see, when you've got that younger, funny, fun, quirky girlfriend, and then you've got the serious, older, they're not that far apart, but they're a bit different in character. It kind of brings out different sides to you. I kind of prefer the side that Amber brings out of Michael, and I don't understand why Joanna felt the need to tell Michael not to say hello to Amber. It was a bit like, I don't know, like, it's a bit weird. But I do feel like I've seen a really small part of Joanna which kind of made me a little bit more open to her, and I think it was the part when she was either crying when Danny's bird left. I just seen a slight vulnerable side to her, which was a bit softer, which I really liked. But aside from that, I don't see her bring anything to the villa, do you know what I mean? And it was a bit weird that our man Ovi said that he would go for her, but I probably see them suited a lot better than her and Michael, than her and Michael, which is quite interesting. I think I would prefer to see them two together than her and Michael, but I do want her to come out a little bit more, like show a little bit more of her fun side, because she's a bit too serious right now, and she's a little bit too concerned about Amber. She's like too concerned about Amber that it's just gonna make her a little bit crazy, baby, crazy. Anton and that little sweetheart, I can't remember her name. I find Anton a little bit hard to read, just for the simple fact that he's shown so many different sides to him. You know, the side when he talks to Lucy, why he keeps encouraging Lucy to speak to Tommy, and also the side that I feel like he's a little bit indecisive in regards to what his type actually is and what he actually wants. Because when him and Sweetheart was at the when they were on the date, I felt like it was a little bit weird. Like, I felt like she was trying to instigate a lot more conversation from him, but he didn't want to say certain things, or he didn't want to be too sure or too assured. Like, he didn't want to assure her too much. There was I felt a little bit of hesitance from him, and yeah, it was a bit weird. Like, I just don't know if he's into her that much. Amy's left the villa. First of all, she left because she needed some counseling time, and she just needed to get away, and so now she has officially left. I'm gonna do a separate video about that. I think it's a bit peak, it's really sad, but I think it was a good thing for her to leave. I couldn't see her be with anybody else. I couldn't see them bringing anybody into the house and her meeting somebody. Like, it would, the kind of person that she is, I think if it was somebody else it was possible, but for her, she just it just wouldn't happen, you know. So I'm glad that she's kind of left, because she was clearly there to look for love rather than to play the game. And it's unfortunate when you're with somebody who's opposite, who's there to play the game and not necessarily be there for love. That's the kind of situation that you end up with, which is a bit peak and sad. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned, guys. Once again, don't forget to hit this subscribe button, and obviously give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and comment below if you've got anything interesting to say and what are your thoughts. Can you see Amber and Michael coming back together? Possibly. I did at first, but now I'm just like, do I want them to? Yeah, I do, just because I don't like Joanna. Bye bye.